The Man Ray chess design. Man Ray was one of the most influential artists and designers of the 20th century, and he designed a chess set. This is a book about chess sets of the 20th century. The original exhibit was actually done in 1944 through 45, and it brought together the most influential chess designs coming out in that period. It's a lot of information. That's what we're going to be looking at mainly. Bauhaus design is familiar, but the set we're looking at predates the Bauhaus design actually. A lot of things are going on, a lot of innovation. Now it may seem a little presumptuous nowadays to be creating a new design, and Man Ray really, according to these reports, he really did intend for his design to become the way people played chess. He was thinking big with this, but in those days the design of chess really was in flux. It wasn't until 1924 that the International Chess Federation actually adopted the Staunton design, and this was right in that period. This is 1920 through 24 when he was working on this particular design. He worked on a few. This is the one that's best known. Many people still feel it's the best design. Here it is again in silver plating with silver oxidized here. There it is on a board. These sets were displayed in 1944 through 45, and then the display was kind of recreated in 2005, which is when this book was published, edited by Larry List, the curator of the exhibit. Here's another one of his designs. Now you see I feel that later on he was sort of making concessions to standards. The rook looks a little more like a castle. The bishop has the split in it. The queen has a ball, which it often did in those days since the regent's design was still popular. And then the book even has pages from his sketches when he was designing all this. There's a picture of Man Ray sort of looking like a cowboy. But what I've got right here is the original design, early 1920s, and what's fortunate is that this design has been reissued. Most of these things, they're new enough that they are, copyrighted and patented, and their rights are owned by, the estates of the artists. But this one, as the estate has allowed this design to be done again. Here's, by the way, this is the Chess Collectors International newsletter, and here's an article by Larry List, the same who was the editor of that book I was showing you, all about this Man Ray design being reissued. There's information also. This is the box here. There's information also. And the insert in here, it's in 3 languages, English, French, and German. Okay, so let's look at the set. You can see immediately that it's modern. It's streamlined, simplified, geometric. The rooks are cubes, which makes sense considering the rooks move, which it's all, in the basic cardinal directions. A careful look at these shows that there's a sort of beveled edge put on the pieces. This set is actually made in Germany, and if you have an image of a German machine shop, that's the people you want to be making a fine chess set for you. Now this is a classic design, not so geometrically pure as a cube or a sphere, but a very well-known classic design, a classic motif. It looks like the end of a violin or a cello. He chose that for the knight, which is traditionally the fancy piece. Now the king, a pyramid, that has associations way back to the Egyptians, of course. The queen, a cone. Once again, very geometric. And now here's another classic shape that's not so purely geometric, but an urn or a vase. very basic motif that's has centuries of familiarity and use in human design and art. Pawns, spheres with little stands on them. Now all of these are felted, and the board also is Man Ray design. These are all, as I was saying there, he got his signature here. These are all authorized. It says here, licensed re-edition of the Man Ray Trust, made in Germany. This board also is made in Germany, under licensure of the Man Ray Trust. So, this comes, highly authorized. Now, the thing I find really interesting about this set is when you play with it, it feels very natural. These, even though these pieces are so unfamiliar, they fit together so perfectly on the board that it just feels like the game was meant to be played this way. It's hard to describe, I don't know, but I'm just kind of moving the pieces a little bit to see if you can get the feel of what I mean, that it's sort of coming to life. Just castling. Imagine castling with pieces like that. Very lovely set. So, they're available now. They just came out at the end of 2012, so this is a new thing. I don't know how many of these are actually going to be put out in this edition, but I was able to contact Larry List, and he gave me the distributor of these sets, so I was able to get them. The price of them is controlled by the company, so pretty much they'll be the same price anywhere you find them. Maybe some people are jacking it up a little, but for the most part, you'll find that they're rather expensive. That's a authorized, very finely made set. But according to this article, the price is calculated to be the same as it was before, adjusting for inflation. Now, almost 100 years ago, the price was like $40, and now it's almost $400. That's the adjustment for inflation. But there's nothing like it. It's a real, authentic design of a classic modern set. Man Ray. I'll just cruise around the set a little bit with the camera so we can get good views of it here. Thanks. This is ancientchess.com, and please do mention to YouTube that you like our videos.